and the average rent for a two-bedroom is $1,650.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Not bad.
no, then
Not knowing anybody, you know what I mean?
I may take off out of here. It's time to do that. You know, like
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
poisoning.
to the February 23rd, 2010 Board of Selectmen's meeting. Mr. Clerk, could we have the roll, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, all 5 selectmen are present, as is Town Administrator Mark Andrews. Also with us this evening is the Finance Committee.
Excellent, thank you. And I understand we have no announcements, is that right?
I do not have any announcements.
Okay. Is there anybody here this evening who wishes to speak to the board under citizens' participation? Ladies first, and then Alan, we'll have you. Come on up. Susan, if you could just have a seat, speak directly into the mic, and introduce yourself for the record.
I'm Susan Rickey, and I'm the chairman of Community Events. And a dual purpose of me coming this evening is we have a vacancy on our committee. One of the members resigned, and we really need to have somebody on the committee because we have this year 21 requests for funding assistance. It's going to be a banner year in Wareham and Onset with all the activities that are planned, so it's going to be something very positive, I'm sure. Last year we had 15 requests, so now we're up 6, and it looks like people are looking to, bring more tourism here to support the local downtown businesses, and I think it'll be very positive. But I'm putting out a plea. If somebody would like to serve on our committee, it's a funny committee. It's a fun committee, and we do all get along very well. And I think because we meet on the second Monday of each month at 6:30, it's a good time for a lot of people to start off the week in a positive manner. So if anybody has any inkling of being on a committee, I'd like them to put an application at the Board of Selectmen's office, and that's mainly, what our concern was.
Okay, Mr. Andrews, can we also get something posted on the town website and on our bulletin boards as well?
I will do that, Mr. Chairman.
And maybe the press can help us out.
Thank you. I appreciate
Certainly.
it.
No problem.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Susan. Alan? Alan, if you could speak directly into the mic, introduce yourself for the record.
Hi, Alan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Good evening.
Good evening to everybody. I've been working with the Council on Sustainability for Southeast Mass for a little while. I'm on 3 of their committees out of the 5. There basically is energy, natural resources, economic development, transportation, and I don't know if I said natural resources, which is water and things like that. I think I chair the transportation group. They are going to have their first meeting, major meeting for the different communities and different businesses and different organizations, April 27th, as you can see on the list there. What I've been trying to do is get Wareham more involved with this group that's sponsored by UMass Dartmouth and Serpent. They're starting to get some funding, so they're starting to get some traction. I've kind of put my voice out there that we would, as a community, get more active and get COA and different groups to come in and actually participate municipality-wise at these meetings when they do this, because they're going to provide sources of green energy. They're going to supply transportation ideas, alternatives for regionalization. They're working on programs where you could go and make phone calls or go in through UMass and actually have help in government work. You can have help in actually getting information of projects you want to do, whether it's wind, solar. It's a very comprehensive group that we have. And I'm looking for the town basically to step up from as far as the municipal part and actually send some of the department heads in where it fits their particular programs. It's the beginning. It's a good chance for Wareham to get a good shot in there. I pushed very hard for them to understand that we have maybe 5 major cities in Southeast Mass out of the 27 communities, and the rest of us, which is about 23 communities, really deserve as much input and help as the 5 major ones. And the comment is basically, well, the smaller communities don't really step up, so we need to go ahead and do that.
Okay. Very good. Mark, can we also get this up on,
Surely.
ask WCTV to help us with this?
Absolutely, Mr.
And
Chairman.
on our town webpage as well?
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman.
And we also, just so you know, we have a meeting on the Transportation Committee group is scheduled somewhere between May 7th and May 14th. I'll let you know when that's done. And that will be what's called a transportation fair. And that is going to, again, involve, alternate transportation, how to eliminate the car, find better ways to travel, and different ways of saving money, again, regionalization, et cetera. And that will be, again, with the 27 communities, inviting, business people, inviting different transportation firms to be there with the fair, and, of course, the municipal employees. And I know I got feedback from, I think, COA in particular, that they were very interested in going to that to see what other sources there are. And I'll
Okay.
give you that information as soon as it's finalized.
Is there anything else the board can do to help?
No, just if we just can commit to doing this, because I think this committee is going to actually generate a lot of good things for the area.
Any other questions from the board?
Well, I think it's a great idea, and I think that, we've talked about as far as going a little more green with trash pickup and recycling, and I'm sure we can get some of that and dovetail with some other things in there that will all be.
I mean, we have a lot of push for nitrogen loading, for water, agriculture. This is all covered in these different committees. And it's all integrated together, so it's a real good opportunity.
Excellent.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Is anybody else here to speak tonight? All right. All right. Our first order of business will be, I know we have the Finance Committee here. I don't believe we have the School Committee here. Can we just have the Finance Committee come on up and occupy whichever table they choose? And
Why don't they do it this way?
could we have our consultant and Biz as well? There's tables, chairs over here if you need more room. Yeah. Oh, okay. Good. Biz, you wanna? You'll have a seat, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, I would like to formally introduce and welcome our Finance Committee, and including the chairman. If you have any comments after this you'd like to make, feel free to do so. I'd also like to introduce our town accountant, Biz, and Mr. Powers, who is representing the CPA firm that conducted the audit of the Healthcare Trust Fund, both preliminarily as a draft and also comprehensively in the form of a final report, which we all now have in front of us. what I'd like to do is, with the permission of the Finance Committee, is have Mr. Powers address us with respect to the ultimate and final findings, and then if